Good evening, and welcome to the Chesapeake Area Consortium for Higher Education's recognition ceremony for the Physical Therapist Assistant Program Class of 2021. This is a very special occasion as we are here to honor our 23rd graduating class. My name is Patricia Brady, and I am the director of the PTA program. I would now like to introduce our honored guests in the audience who are with us for the evening and ask them to unmute and say hello after I introduce you. Dean Elizabeth Apple, School of Health Sciences at Arundel Community College.
Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Congratulations, everyone. I get to say that first. And you all look wonderful and excited. And I'm just thrilled for all of you. And I'd like to thank the amazing faculty of the PTA program. So good luck and best wishes to all of you.
Thank you, Dean Apple. Dr. David Thomas, Assistant Dean, Health Sciences and Strategic Initiatives at Anne Arundel Community College.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Graduates, it's good to see you again. I was going to ask you what the magic number was for ESTIM and see how many of you remembered that. There'll be a quiz at the end. So, hey, congratulations, everyone. You all look great. You've worked hard. I can't imagine how you guys got through this pandemic year with an asterisk, but congratulations.
Thank you, Dave. Dr. Carol Wilson Robbins, Professor of Kinesiology and Wellness and PTA Program Coordinator, Chesapeake College.
Good evening, everybody. It's great to actually see people. There's no masks. That's pretty cool. You made it. I'm sure you're as excited as I am, probably more excited than I am to have gotten to this milestone. You should be very proud, and don't forget that wherever you go, when people ask you where you went to college or how you got your PTA degree, that you mention the CASH program, but also Chesapeake College.
Thank you, Carol. Jackie Corbell, Advisor for School of Science and Health at the College of Southern Maryland.
Hello, everyone, and it's great to see everyone. And I just feel so honored to be able to participate tonight, especially with this wonderful group of students that we've had. And I have to do a special congratulations to our CSM students and how amazing that you all have been. And this year I've unfortunately had to use PTA services more than what I would ever have expected. And I've had the honor of seeing just how our PTA graduates, how experienced and how great they are out in the field, and what good care that they've given and they've provided. And I've even had the chance to see one of our graduating students too, doing her clinicals. So it's amazing to see what you guys are doing and what you will be doing out in our communities. And congratulations to you all.
Thanks so much, Jackie. And from our PTA faculty, Dr. Linda Johnson, Academic Coordinator of Clinical Education.
Hello, everyone, and congratulations, class of 2021. It's so great to see you all. You look great. As Dave said, completely relaxed, completely different than I think a week ago when we met. I'll be speaking to you later in the program, but congratulations to you all.
Thanks, Linda. And Dr. Lorraine Fry, Academic Coordinator.
Hello, graduates. It's just so wonderful to see you here after the journey you've been through this past year. And it is just with my pleasure and honor to kind of celebrate with you all this evening. You have really come a long way, and it's been a joy watching your growth and your perseverance through a very rigorous program during a very rigorous time. So congratulations. You all deserve to be here this evening. So looking forward to your celebration tonight.
Thanks, Lorraine. And I'd like to give a special thank out to John Wood from our Information Technology Services, who's the wizard behind the curtain, running the ceremony from behind the scenes so that we can all enjoy it. So thanks, John. Honored graduates, clinical faculty, families, and friends of our graduating class and alumni of the program, I am so proud to announce that with the addition of these 22 graduates tonight, we will now have a total of 496 program graduates in the field of physical therapy as physical therapist assistants. I would like to begin tonight by giving you a brief background of our unique and award-winning PTA program. The Chesapeake Area Consortium for Higher Education, CASH as you've heard it called already tonight, was developed in 1996 to reduce the cost of setting up multiple PTA programs in the region and make the program accessible to interested students across the state of Maryland. It is a very innovative way of providing a PTA program, and we are one of only a few true PTA consortium programs in the country. Those individuals I introduced earlier, as well as other deans, vice presidents, and presidents from the 3 colleges that make up our CASH PTA program, were instrumental in developing and implementing this innovative concept and deserve recognition for being visionaries in the delivery of allied health programs at Arundel Community College, the College of Southern Maryland, and Chesapeake College. Our current CASH Executive Board of Directors consists of David Harper, Vice President for Workforce and Academic Programs at Chesapeake College, Dr. Rodney Redmond, Interim Vice President of Academic Affairs, College of Southern Maryland, and Dr. Mike Gavin, Vice President for Learning, Anne Arundel Community College. Each of them has asked me to extend their sincere congratulations and best wishes to our guests tonight, and especially to the graduates. In the past years, the program received 2 significant awards. One is the award for the Outstanding Program in Career and Technical Education in Maryland from the Maryland State Education Department. The award was received in recognition of the innovative nature of the program and the inclusion of 9 Maryland counties in PTA education. The program also received a governor's citation for similar achievements. These and other accolades would not have been possible if it were not for the dedication of the administration and board members at each of the 3 colleges and the commitment of the college presidents to the success of this consortium. So that's a summary of where the program has come from, but the program today that carries out the mission and goals continues to be successful due to the dedication of our core full-time faculty and 10 adjunct faculty who provide us with the necessary expertise to deliver a quality education for our students. The caliber of our graduates is a lasting testimony to the enthusiasm, professional excellence, and dedication of our faculty, and I thank them all so very much. I'd like to tell you about 2 special people who spend their days and sometimes their nights working to help the students to be successful. Linda Johnson, our academic coordinator of clinical education, and Lorraine Fry, our academic coordinator. Every year, Linda is that matrix that connects students' academics with clinical practice. She has done this with precision for over 15 years. Although the pandemic gave us some challenges, Linda was able to collaborate with our clinical partners in the region and develop a plan for the students to continue their clinical education. Her ability to support the students and the clinical community is a big part of why we are here today to celebrate these graduates. Lorraine Fry also played a big role in the graduates' lives. She has taught many of their key courses and is always a role model for professionalism. As the graduates have now concluded their studies and begin to gear up for the national license exam, Lorraine's guidance and encouragement is essential for helping them feel prepared for the July exam. On a personal note, I know I could not do this job as director without them both. I am blessed to work with such skilled and caring professionals. Thank you very much. So graduates, I have this one last time to talk to you. Who knew in August of 2019 when you began the program, meeting all together in one classroom on the AACC campus, that we had a pandemic coming. On this day, you were maskless, seated within 6 feet of each other, shared food and drink, never used hand sanitizer or gloves or goggles. What a world of change in these 2 years together. I would have said it was unbelievable if we weren't all here on this new technology of Zoom in our own separate locations instead of all together again in a nice fancy auditorium. We could not have made it to this point without your trust and patience, and you could not have made it to this point without ours. I wanted you to think back to that new student orientation day in August of 2019. Even though that day may seem a bit hazy, I hope you can remember that I asked you for 3 things. Number 1 was transformation. You came into the program as individuals, as me's and I's, preparing to transform into we's and us. Not only to transform into a class and part of the CASH PTA program, but also as physical therapist assistants working with PTs to care for your patients. The second thing was trust the process. You were beginning a 2-year process of layering of information, marinating on the concepts, and getting critical feedback on yourselves, all intended to get you to this point as the best PTA you can be. And lastly was be good. I asked you to be kind and good and caring to yourselves and to each other. I told you that there would be times when you would need a boost from a classmate or they would need a shoulder from you. Now I say, mission accomplished. You have made that transition from I to we more than anyone could expect. Patients and therapists at nearly 70 area PT departments felt the benefits of your contributions and care for them as student PTAs. And now you join over 330,000 we's who are physical therapist assistants and physical therapists. Certainly trusting the process this past year was key. Trusting that we could devise a strategy for a safe and effective learning environment, and this pandemic wasn't easy for you. And I thank you for the trust and the flexibility mindset. And beyond the pandemic, your class had too much of its share of loss of loved ones. I know you looked to one another for a boost and maybe sometimes a big nudge to keep strong and keep going. So on our last day together, I now have 4 things to leave you with. 3 things going in, 4 things going out. I think it's always good to end in the plus column. So what I have are just 4 simple wisdoms to share with you that I credit to others who have made a lasting impression on me. My Aunt Frances, a priest, my mother, and Greek mythology. It's an eclectic group, but I think they are united in the wisdom they can provide to all of us. First, my Aunt Frances. She was technically my great aunt, but mostly I knew she was an important part of my family. We didn't see her much due to where we lived, but when we did, we rolled out that red carpet. As I grew up, I watched her. I watched her listen to others, and I watched her talk with others. She paid attention to the others, sounded smart, and laughed a lot. And I thought that was a great combination. So what wisdom did she share that I remember? Aunt Frances used to say, never start a letter with I, meaning the personal pronoun I. That struck a chord with me, and I still find myself struggling to avoid that I at the beginning of a thank you note or even ordinary emails. What Aunt Frances was saying was simply, don't be egocentric. Don't be thinking I this and I that. If you start off with an I statement, maybe you're not as focused on the other person. Aunt Frances knew how important it is to ask about the other person and think first of someone other than yourself. The second wisdom was from Bishop Fulton Sheen. Back when I was 10 years old, my parents hosted him in our house when he came to speak to the congregation at our church. He had gray hair, seemed old. I knew he was higher up than a priest, so that made him even more intimidating. And plus, my parents put the fear of God into me to be on my very best behavior. Again, I stood back and I watched him and listened to him talking with the adults. Lots of talk way above my head. But then I heard him say something on my level. I heard Bishop Sheen say that he always made his bed while it's still warm. A bit odd that I remember that, but when you're 10 years old, the whole concept of keeping your room neat, including bed making, was a big challenge. So what I heard from a bishop is that I've got to make that bed right away. First thing before I got up and about for the day. Was he literally just talking about making the bed? I'm not sure, because priests like their parables, but my interpretation is that he knew you should start your day off right. Be organized, be structured, and be tidy. The rest of your day may end up chaotic and crazy busy, but your foundation, your core will be tidy. Be organized. Being organized will keep you centered in a world that is easily sent off kilter. Next, from my mother, she would say to us, if you can get up in the morning, get dressed, go to the bathroom, and eat breakfast, then 98% of your problems are over. My mom was a nurse, and that led her to have a unique perspective on what a problem was. Every day at her job, she worked with her patients who couldn't do one or all of those basic morning activities. She knew how life-changing it was to be in those patients' shoes, unable to do something that most of us take for granted every day. And guess what, graduates? That unique perspective can guide you too. When you arrive at work every day, don't forget that you've had no problem with that 98%. Sure, maybe you had a fender bender on the way to work, got a stain on your pants, or a disagreement at home. That's the extras. That's the 2% of life's problems. When you go to work, it's with patients who can only wish those were their big problems. And lastly, a wisdom from the story of Apollo in Greek mythology. Honoring the winners in pre-Olympic competition was done with laurel wreaths, which symbolized Apollo's love, Daphne. Winners of competitions were cautioned not to rest on your laurels for fear that the next competition would be lost if they didn't stay in shape. The graduates have heard me repeat this a few times in the past 2 years. I say this to them as my way to tell them they've done well, passed an exam or aced a comp, but keep it humble and keep it going and keep focused. Right now, graduates, you are very deserving of your laurels. Faculty, friends, family are all here to laud you and cheer for your wonderful accomplishment. So it's okay to accept the laurels today, but soon a new challenger will be beside you. The challenger is the physical therapy field itself. It will always be advancing in technology, skills, and knowledge. If you rest on what you know now, physical therapy and medicine may surpass you. Don't let it. Keep practicing, keep learning, keep advancing, and never stop looking for the next accomplishment. Odds are this little speech will soon be forgotten, but maybe with just a little bit more layering of those 4 wisdoms, with another drizzle of marinade, tonight's words will stick with you a little longer. So I'll beat a dead horse just one more time and remind you of those 4 little wisdoms. Think first of others. Make your bed to start the day off right. May you only have to deal with 2% of life's problems and never, ever rest on your laurels. I'm so very proud of you. Congratulations to each and every one of you. I would now like to introduce Dr. Linda Johnson, Academic Coordinator of Clinical Education.
Okay, thank you, Pat, and thank you for everything that you did during such an extraordinary year, and for this extraordinary group of students. Good evening again to everybody, and congratulations again to the class of 2021. It has been such a privilege to work with this cohort of students. Besides teaching, my primary role is to coordinate the clinical education portion of the curriculum. This involves setting up clinical sites for each of our students, orienting the students and clinical faculty, and conducting site visits for the students during the clinical courses. This unique cohort spent approximately 600 hours divided over 3 courses in clinic, so that they could apply the skills that they learned in the classroom and the lab with patients. We strive to develop students who will demonstrate the highest level of clinical competence, ethical standard, and safe practice during their clinical rotations. Each of the clinical instructors that worked with our students takes on this responsibility with no financial incentive. They donate their time with our students because they love to teach. And I'd like to take this opportunity to pay tribute to our site coordinators and our clinical instructors for their time and support for these students in our program, especially this year with all of the additional challenges that they had to balance in their clinical sites. And now for the graduates, once again, congratulations. We all know that all of the sacrifices that you made to get to this, this event. What a year. I often refer to you as the grand experiment. I know you're probably tired of hearing that. Your course has been nothing short of extraordinary. However, looking back, I'll say it again, I think we can all agree that there's a lot that we have learned together that we'll keep, that benefited all of you in this unusual learning format. And included with this was your exposure to clinic through virtual simulation. I asked you to come out of your comfort zones, to take learning risks, and you did. I can see many examples of how that opportunity and experience propelled your preparation for clinic and your growth in clinic once you got there. Once you finally reached your clinical rotations, it was very inspiring to see your growth and witness you evolve from student to professional and end up where or beyond our previous cohorts had finished. One of the essential qualities of a successful clinician is being flexible and adaptable. As I said to you before, that you will be able to offer potential employers that you graduated in 2021, enough said. Always remember how you were able to persevere under unimaginable circumstances and allow that to help you balance stressors in the future. Despite the differences in learning with virtual and small lab sessions, you remained a team. Stay in touch and continue to support each other through your career paths. You will encounter both rewards and challenges in your new profession. And I'm so proud and also confident that the professionalism that you exhibited to cope with these extremes will help you continue to grow and find success in your new career. Our students have responsibilities to both themselves and our profession. As our program faces new and rising challenges in clinical education, we are so grateful for your outstanding clinical performance and your role in representing our program. As I look back over the year, a lot has changed and change is constant. What has not changed is the commitment from our program and clinical faculty to develop students to the highest standards of best practice. When asked what program you came from, we always want you to share with pride that you were a CASH program alumni. As you've heard before, your learning is just beginning. There are many paths you can take from here, and I hope that each one of you will consider clinical instruction as part of your future. You will have so much to offer future students. To teach is to learn twice, and the satisfaction is tremendous. I wish you all of the best as you open a new chapter in this journey in physical therapy. Follow your dreams and take those learning risks, and continue to declare yourselves lifelong learners. Good luck to each of you. Please stay in touch and celebrate your accomplishments and perseverance. Thank you.
And thank you, Linda. And now it's time for some awards and recognitions. Each year, the faculty selects the Outstanding Graduate Award for Physical Therapist Assistant from each of the three colleges in our consortium. To be eligible for the Outstanding Graduate Award, the student must be graduating from the PTA program and hold at least a 3.5 cumulative point GPA. In addition to the eligibility requirements, the student must have demonstrated outstanding clinical and academic performance, demonstrated professionalism, and be a positive influence on the program and their peers. The PTA faculty review the student's overall GPA as well as clinical performance throughout the program. The nominations are submitted by the faculty to the deans and chairs at their respective college. The first award is the Outstanding Graduate Award for PTA from Chesapeake College. Dr. Carol Wilson Robbins will present this award to our recipient.
Thanks, Pat. Again, I just want to congratulate all of you on your accomplishment. I wish you as much success on the licensing exam so that you can be practicing PTAs. It is my honor and privilege to share with you who the outstanding graduate is from Chesapeake College. This graduate was consistently demonstrated academic and clinical excellence throughout the program and demonstrated exceptional professionalism and positivity. The clinical sites where this graduate practiced her clinical skills were Chestertown Physical Therapy, Anne Arundel Medical Group, Kent Island, and Tidewater Physical Therapy in Centerville. It is my pleasure to tell Natalie Delaney that she is the excellent student and team player that the faculty highly recommended for this award. Congratulations, Natalie. There will be a plaque that will be presented to you. I don't know if you intend on going to Chesapeake's graduation. If you do, then that should be awarded to you at when you walk at Chesapeake.
Thank you so much, and congratulations to all my peers. This means a lot to me. Thank you.
Well deserved.
Okay, congratulations, Natalie, and thank you so much, Carol, for making that wonderful presentation. The next award is the College of Southern Maryland's Award for Academic Achievement in PTA, and Jackie Corbell will present this award to our recipient.
Thanks, Pat. And the College of Southern Maryland takes great pride in awarding this special award to Macy Shumpert. She is our winner of the PTA Outstanding Student Award. And I'd like to take a little bit of time to tell you just a couple of things about Macy, because Macy is definitely not one to toot her own horn. So she has been working toward this area in physical therapy for a long time. And she's worked very hard on her general education courses and her PTA courses, but she's also gone outside and she's worked at La Plata Physical Therapy. She has seen the nitty gritty of this field, from cleaning equipment, putting away towels, and no telling what else that she's had to do before becoming a PTA. Macy's also taken her skills for caring for other people. She's very active in her church and her community and doing things and working with others. So this was a very hard award to pick. We had a lot of outstanding students, and this has been a wonderful class from CSM. And so it's really special that we're able to recognize everyone. But again, congratulations, Macy, on such a hard and good job that you've done.
Thank you. Thank you, Jackie, personally, for helping get registered for classes each semester. Also, thank you to all of my professors who have nominated me for this award. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to sit here and accept this today. Also, thank you to my family who is watching at a different location. Mom, dad, sister, grandparents, thank you so much for always believing in me and along when I didn't think I could do it. And just thank you to everybody on the screen.
All right, congratulations, Macy. Next is the Outstanding Graduate Award for PTA from Arundel Community College. Dr. David Thomas will present this award to the recipient.
Thank you, Pat. And I want to steal the mic and just take this opportunity to give a huge thank you to you, Pat Brady, to Lorraine Fry, and to Dr. Linda Johnson. I don't know how you guys got these students through here. I saw the challenges that you guys faced almost every day, and they kept coming at you, and you kept persevering every single day. So Pat, Linda, and Lorraine, a special thank you from me. And these graduates would not be here without you. And graduates, congratulations once again. But I do have the honor of recognizing one particular graduate from Arundel Community College. And this year's recipient of the Outstanding Student from Arundel Community College and Physical Therapist Assistant is Casey Irving. Casey's a graduate from Arundel Community College. Throughout her 2 years in the program, she has demonstrated consistent and outstanding performance in both the academic and the clinical settings. She completed all of her clinical courses successfully and with outstanding performances. She was at NovaCare in Pasadena, MedStar National Rehab Facility at Ellicott City, and Pivot PT in Gambrills. And again, Casey is consistently demonstrating both academic and clinical excellence every day and throughout the entire program. And the faculty highly recommended her for this award. So Casey, congratulations.
Gosh, I can't thank you guys enough. To the faculty, thank you for your dedication and sharing your passion. It means everything to us. To my friends and family, thank you so much. Wouldn't be here today without you.
And just so you know, there'll be a plaque coming in the mail to you soon, Casey, not to be outdone with all the other colleges and their plaques. So congratulations to you. Our next award is the Jack Love Sprague Scholarship. This scholarship is offered by the family of Carol Sprague, a 2002 Cash PTA graduate, in honor of her grandson, Jack. This award goes to an eligible College of Southern Maryland student in the second year of the PTA program. This year's recipient of the Jack Love Sprague Award is Riley Wilson from the College of Southern Maryland, class of 2022. Congratulations, Riley.
Thank you, and congratulations, everyone.
And you'll be getting a certificate sent to your well, probably hand delivered in class next week to you. Congratulations. Our next award is very special because it honors our alumni. The Cash Distinguished Alumni Award recognizes a program graduate who has performed with distinction in the field of physical therapy and/or made significant contribution to the community. The distinguished alumnus also embodies the philosophy and mission of the PTA program to educate students to become competent and caring PTAs who hold high ethical standards, demonstrate critical thinking, and communicate effectively with diverse populations. It's my pleasure to announce the 2021 Distinguished Alumni recipient is Karen Mays. And I'll be telling you a little bit about Karen in a sec, but this will be your award that's going to be mailed to you here soon, next, probably tomorrow. So Karen is a 1999 graduate of the CASH PTA program. I believe that was our second class, and has over 21 years of experience as a physical therapist assistant. Karen earned her Bachelor's of Science from West Virginia Wesleyan College and her associate's degree from Chesapeake College. Her areas of interest include outpatient orthopedics, manual therapy, and neurological therapy interventions. Karen presently works at Fitness Forum of Aquacare in Annapolis, using her PTA skills to provide excellence in patient care. She's also an APTA credentialed clinical instructor and has given back to her alma mater by performing in that role to many CASH PTA students over the years, including the mentoring of challenging and at-risk students. Students have consistently shared extremely positive feedback with her teaching style, and she has been a great role model as a seasoned and respected clinician. After Karen graduated from the CASH PTA program, she shared her skills and talents in a variety of ways. She's a past adjunct faculty member at the CASH program, where she worked with PTA students, teaching them skills in manual therapy. Karen volunteered as a member of the CASH Advisory Committee, offering valued insights for program modifications. Karen has also presented at our annual clinical instructor conference in 2010, titled The Role of the PTA with Complex Patients, a panel presentation and discussion. Karen is an amazing PTA and role model for our profession. Her devotion to excellence in patient care, along with her willingness to share her skills with both students and seasoned therapists alike, are traits that are not easily taught in the classroom. The faculty and I are proud to honor Karen tonight as one of the best. So congratulations, Karen, on your achievement.
Wow. Thank you, Pat.
You're welcome.
Wow. Thank you for all the kind words and everything, and the reminders of everything that has that's happened in the past. I forgot about some of those. So I'm just so grateful to be here, and congratulations to the graduating class. I got to tell you, it's a great profession. I love being a physical therapy assistant. You have a lot of good things to look forward to. I would like to thank Linda Johnson and Dave and Pat. And I just met Lorraine, but you too as well. I know you guys are a great core of the program, and you know, it's still going. I'm amazed. You said there were 496 graduates from this program. That blows my mind. You know, yes, I was a second class to graduate. That it just, wow, I'm so proud to be part of that. And I do want to shout out to my family, my mom and my dad, my sister, and my partner, Patty, and my coworkers from Fitness Forum, Physical Therapy in Annapolis. I couldn't do it without any of you. And I just, having a family support and coworkers to be there by you is really a big deal. And I have one person I want to actually particularly kind of name. This person was my mentor, a friend, and it really showed me the path on what it meant to be a PTA, a good, excellent PTA. And that's Chris Fritsch. Thank you, Chris. I definitely am honored and very privileged to be here to give back to this program and what it's given me. And I think one of the wisdom things that you mentioned, Pat, the fourth one, don't rest on your laurels. You can't. I've seen this profession go from writing soap notes on the paper to the computer and now telehealth. So, wow. Keep going with it, with the profession. Go with the change. That's all I can say. Thank you. And everybody, thank you for being here.
That was great, Karen. Thanks so much for sharing those thoughts for everybody. And the graduates can't have a better person to look towards as their role model. So again, congratulations. I would now like to introduce and give the screen to Casey Irving, the PTA class of 2021 president.
Thanks, Pat. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, family, friends, faculty, and fellow graduates. I would first like to thank you all for being in attendance tonight. I know I speak for myself and probably plenty of others, but I owe a special thank you to my family and friends for their endless support. You have seen us at our highest and lowest points. You have pushed us to better ourselves and reassured us that we would make it here today. So thank you. When I sat down to write this speech, I had a freak out moment of how am I supposed to talk longer than 30 seconds? For those of you that have been my comp partner, you know I try to word vomit everything, so I promised myself and Pat that I would do my best to slow things down. What an honor it is to be giving this speech, and honestly a great time to reflect on all of the hard work that we have put into these last 2 years. It seems like this past year was a whirlwind, and like Pat's analogy, we had to quote unquote face the fire hydrant head on into a new distant way of learning. While none of us knew what to expect, I think we've all made the best of the situation, and it's actually brought us closer as a class. I can remember sitting at orientation, looking around and not knowing anyone and fearful of what the next 2 years would have in store for us. Pat mentioned 3 things, and at orientation, one of those 3 was trust the process. Trusting the process was something that I kept in the back of my mind. Little did we know that we would have to trust in this process and roll with the punches. I cannot thank Pat, Lorraine, Linda, Kristen, Dave, and the many others for their dedication and perseverance during this crazy time. Thank you to each and every one of you for being a positive light when we had no clue how this year would turn out. To all of our clinical instructors, we cannot thank you enough for your time and commitment to our program and helping pave the way for during such an uncertain time. To my classmates, we did it. All of the late nights, last minute study sessions, and everything in between has paid off. We've picked each other up when life has gotten tough, celebrated the good times, and we finally made it to today. I will certainly never forget that lovely day in March when we completely switched courses and each day was a new challenge. While the pandemic was a scare in itself, so were the thoughts of, how are we going to do this? What do class and clinicals look like, and will we even finish? We pushed through boot camp and back-to-back comps and quizzes just to get back on track. All of the unknowns, changes of course, and being flexible have finally presented themselves in such a rewarding way and sense of relief. While this is just a stepping stone to our next journey, may we continue to trust the process and be consistent in the pursuit of our dreams. Congratulations, class of 2021, and best of luck to you in all your future endeavors.
You did a great job, Casey.
Thanks for trusting the process, Pat.
It's almost as if we planned that. That's crazy. If only I was just a little bit more taller, I could be just like you. Before we move on to a glimpse of what the class of 2021 went through with their memories video, we have the Arundel Community College interim vice president on the Zoom with us, and I wanted to see if Dr. Marshall would want to just unmute for a second and say hello.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm excited to be here with you today. I'm proud of your accomplishments. It sounds like from what I'm hearing that it was a hard road for many of you, and I think it's been a difficult road for a lot of us over the past few years. So you should be highly commended for what an outstanding job you've done staying the course, a difficult program, a rigorous program, but an award-winning program. And we're excited for you to be here, and congratulations. Great opportunity. And I don't want to keep you from your colleagues that are here to tell great stories. So I'm going to just sign off with that, but just let you all know I'm proud of you and congratulations. Enjoy.
That's great. Thanks so much, Dr. Marshall. We really appreciate you being here. It means a lot. And now you're going to get to see a glimpse of what was like for this class of 2021. They put together a memories video that's going to be shown here in a second by our Wizard of Oz, John Wood.
You know, sometimes you students just do odd things, and I just let people, you know, be, as long as it's not a hoodie.
That was beautiful. Wonderful pictures of all of you. Kind of makes you want to go back into class, doesn't it? So now for the announcement of the graduating class. I will turn it over and give the screen to Dr. Lorraine Fry for the graduate slideshow.
Thank you, Pat. Now my honor to individually present to you the Cache PTA graduating class of 2021. John Beck. Chris Crowder. Keisha Curo. Michaela Dant. Nicholas DeLuca. Natalie Delaney. M. Forbes. Eric Gebhardt. Nathan Howarth. Casey Irving. Megan Curley. Lottie Madel. Caitlin Miller. Hannah Mumbert. Kelsey Oliver. Shannon Oliver. Macy Schumpert. Allison Smell. Kenny Sawumi. Brant Swan. David Tran. And Lizzie Walston. We now have a few students who would like to say a few words. Keisha Curo and Macy Schnapp.
To my family and friends, peers and instructors, thank you for walking this journey with me. It has not been easy, but together we have made it. And to my beautiful children, Riley and Aiden, I love you. My husband, you're the best. Everyone knows it. Mom and Dad, forever grateful for everything. Thank you.
I'd just like to give a quick shout out to Kelsey and Caitlin for our carpool rides to and from campus, many Dunkin' stops, many car jam sessions. Without you two, it wouldn't have been possible to travel to and from campus for as much as we did. Also like to give a shout out to the first person that I talked to at orientation, Casey. Our friendship doesn't stop here. We'll continue to bloom as we go and continue to be by each other as we go through this process. And just to everybody, also to the Chesapeake crew, I know we all started together and unfortunately we didn't get to finish classes together, but congratulations to everybody. We did it.
All right, thank you for that. And wonderful slide presentation. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2021. Let's have everybody unmute yourselves and join in a big round of applause and some cheers for the grads.
Good job. Congratulations.
Thank you for that. Wonderful slide presentation.
That's great.
I only wish we could be together, and someday soon we will be. So thanks to everyone for being part of this ceremony. This actually concludes our ceremony, and it was very special having you all here. Everyone, please enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night.
Congratulations.
Way to go, everyone.